근심, 걱정 없이 편안하게 즐겁게 살고 있습니까?
Without any worries or concerns, are we living a joyful and peaceful life?
그렇다면 여러분들은 지금 현재 안락한 삶을 누리고 있는 것입니다.
If you are, then you are living the life of ease.
안락한 삶을 누구나 추구하지만 우리네 삶의 현실은 고통은 가깝고 안락은 먼 오늘입니다.
So everyone expects to live that way and longs to live that easy and comfortable life. But because we live in this world, sufferings are near, and true ease does not come that easy way, that route.
대부분의 사람들이 삶의 고통과 괴로움 가운데 허덕이고 있는 반면에 일부 극소수의 사람들, 즉 다시 말해 귀한 자들, 가진 자들, 유력한 자들은 안락한 생활을 누리면서 호의호식하는 것도 그 누구도 부인 못할 사실입니다.
Fact is that majority of the people on this earth do live with concerns and worries, and they are continuously facing turmoil and hardships, and that is true. But there are minority people who are wealthy, are powerful, who are the ones who control this earth, are mostly the leaders of this earth. These people are the ones who live a life of ease and versatility.
그 누구나 원하는 안락한 삶, 그 안락의 소유는 누구에게 있는 것인가? 그리고 누가 안락한 삶을 누릴 권세가 있는가? 그 말씀이 오늘 주제의 말씀입니다.
Today is where we're going to learn about the people. Who are those who lived with ease, and how are they supposed to live that way, and do they really deserve to live this comfortable and easy life?
세상에서는 일부 극소수의 유명한 자, 권세 있는 자, 그들만이 안락한 삶을 누리지만 성경의 말씀은 두 종류의 부류의 사람들로 구분지어 그들이 안락의 소유자가 되어서 안락한 삶을 누리고 있다라고 하나님의 말씀이 우리 가운데 선포하고 있습니다.
Like we said before, it's usually the famous, the wealthy, the powerful are the ones living with ease. But there are people. There are some people. It is rare though to find people that are actually living with ease, and that is who we're going to find out through today's word.
에레미야는 자신의 동족이요 동양 사람들 아나돗 사람들이 자기를 살해하려는 음모를 하나님을 통하여 알게 되고 깨닫게 되고 그들의 살해 음모를 하나님께서 괴멸시킨다는 응답도 받게 됩니다.
Now, Jeremiah the prophet found out that his own people, the Anathoth, these people were going to put him to death. And through God, he found out this, and God promised Jeremiah the prophet that he's going to destroy all the plans that they are making, and that will not come true.
의인을 핍박하는 악인들을 심판하시는 공의로우신 하나님이시기 때문입니다.
We know that God is the one who is the God of justice and fairness, and He is the one who judges and condemns the wicked.
에레미야는 고백합니다. 주는 의로우시니다. 공의로우신 하나님을 신하면서도 이 땅에서 악인이 형통함에 있어서 하나님께 질문을 드립니다.
Now, Jeremiah the prophet, he admits that God is the God of righteousness, and even though he does admit it and says it with his words, in his mouth, he asks God, "Why do the wicked prosper?"
악인의 길이 형통하며 패역한 자들이 안락함이 무슨 연고니까 주께 묻습니다.
So he was curious how these wicked men, sinful men, prosper and how these faithless people live at ease.
자신을 핍박하는 악인들이 이 땅에서 득세하고 안락함을 누리는 것에 대한 불만을 하나님께 토로한 것입니다.
He was upset that he was angry that these people that persecuted him and were trying to plot a conspiracy against to kill him are living with ease.
악인들이 이 땅에서 형통하고 득세하는 것, 그것에 대해서 불만을 토로한 의인들이 성경의 말씀에는 많이 나와 있습니다.
So in the scriptures, in the Bible, there are actually wicked men, sinful men who prosper and are fortunate to be blessed with materialistic earthly things.
시편 기자도 악인 그들이 그들의 자손에 이르기까지 그들이 뜻하지 않는 복을 받아서 죽는 날에도 고통이 없고 그 힘이 강건하며 타인과 달리 재앙이나 고난이 없다라고 고백을 합니다.
And they say that in the scriptures that sinners they're free from all illness and they're free from all burdens. They live without any struggles or issues.
마땅히 악인들은 하나님의 보응을 받아 징벌을 받고 이 땅에서 결코 안락함을 누려서는 아니 되는데 실상 현실은 그렇지 않다는 것입니다.
Well, they're sinners, so of course it is right for them to be cursed, not live well on this earth, and not prosper at all because they have been condemned and perished by God.
악인의 길이 형통하며 패역한 자들이 안락함이 무슨 연고니까 주께 질문했던 에레미야는 이어서 주께 고합니다.
Now Jeremiah the prophet, after he asks God, why do the wicked prosper and why do the faithless men live at ease, he says something again.
형통함과 안락함을 누리는 그들 악인들, 그들을 주께서 심으셨고 뿌리 박히고 장성하여 열매 맺히게 했다라고 말하며 이 땅에 거하는 모든 것 중에 악인들이 포함되어 있고 하나님의 섭리 가운데 악인들이 있다는 것을 스스로가 자문자답을 합니다.
And after he asks that question, he responds right away, saying that the wicked men that do prosper, they are also part of God's creation and part of God's plan and discipline. And also these are the ones God have planted and they have rooted, and they also have been able to bear fruit as well.
의인들을 핍박했던 그 악인들, 그들은 바로 입으로는 주님이 가까우나 마음으로 주님이 먼 자들이었습니다.
With their words, with their mouths, they would stay very close to God, and they would, but their hearts were very far to the Lord.
입으로는 가까우나 마음으로 먼, 그렇게 주님을 외식으로 섬겼던 그들은 감히 하나님을 대적하여 이같이 말합니다.
These wicked men, like I said, their lips are close to God, but their hearts are far from God, and they're the hypocritical believers of the Lord.
우리의 형통함은 지속될 것이고 그는 우리의 결국을 볼 수 없을 것이라고 말합니다.
They would confidently boast and say that these people do not know what's going to happen to us, and we're going to continuously prosper while we live on this earth. And that's what they would say.
여기서 말하는 그는 바로 하나님 아버지를 말씀하는 겁니다.
And that is referring to God, their Father.
유다 거민들의 불신앙과 불순종으로 인하여 그들의 외식으로 말미암아 온 땅의 채소가 마르고 새들도 짐승들도 멸절하는 하나님의 심판의 징조가 있음에도 그들은 조금도 흔들림 없이 하나님의 심판이 그들의 번영을 패망으로 바꿀 수 없다라고 과신합니다.
Now the men of Judah, these wicked and sinful men, when you see the fields, the grass, they are withering, and animals and all these birds are going away. And that is the early sign, the early stage of God's punishments and His wrath. But these people, these evil men, are not realizing this, and they're saying that they're going to continuously prosper on this earth, and that God's judgment, His punishment, His curse will not prevent us from being able to prosper.
그러한 그들에게 주께서는 말씀하십니다. 가라지를 심은 원수는 마귀요, 추수 때는 세상 끝이요, 추수꾼은 천사들이라 말씀하시면서 결국 마지막 때 마귀와 함께 하나님의 진노의 심판을 받고 불사름을 면치 못할 자, 그들이 바로 악인들이라 말씀하십니다.
So we know that the devil is the one who had sowed and planted the weeds in the fields, and harvest day is at the end of age, and the harvesters are the angels. So eventually, these wicked, sinful men, they might think that they're going well, if they're very fortunate to have all these things that they're having, but one day, in His day, that it will come later on, that day they will be able to be all burned in the fierce, flaming fires.
그렇습니다. 악인들의 형통함, 악인들이 누리는 안락함은 잠시 잠깐일 뿐입니다.
So the easy and comfortable life they're living right now, these are only short time, and it is temporary. It will not last forever.
하나님의 선민 이스라엘은 하나님의 징계 가운데 있으면서도 그들은 결코 실망하거나 낭망하지 아니하고 반드시 하나님께서 다시금 이스라엘을 회복시키고 위로해 주시고 축복해 주실 것을 믿는 믿음과 소망과 인내로 살았던 자들입니다.
Now the people of God, which is the Israelites, men of Judah, even though they did sin against God time to time, so God never had to let them go, but always had poured down His compassion, and He was able to forgive them again and again. And He was the one who had taken His people out of captivity and had freed them.
그들의 믿음, 그들의 소망, 그들의 인내를 보증하듯이 주께서 말씀하십니다. 야곱아 두려워하지 말라, 이스라엘아 놀라지 말라. 야곱이 원방에서 구원함을 받겠고 이스라엘 자손들이 포로된 땅에서 구원함을 받을 것이요, 야곱이 돌아와서 태평과 안락을 얻을 것이라. 너희를 흩어지게 하고 핍박하고 압제하던 대적들을 반드시 진멸하리라 말씀하십니다.
Now, at time to time, whenever these Israelites, these men, were struggling and in trouble, and they were taken captive from especially these countries that were taking Israel as slaves, the God who would command and tell them that don't be afraid, Israel and Judah, because I have come to take you out of captivity that you have been stuck in, and you will be freed, and you will no longer be enslaved by these countries, these foreign nations that are holding you and seizing you, and that is what God has told them, and that is only the reason why that Israel were able to come out of this.
그 약속의 말씀은 실제로 아수르와 바벨론의 포르기에서 돌아온 이스라엘, 그들이 태평과 안락을 누림으로 성취가 됩니다.
God has delivered his people, Israel and Judah, out of their hands, and this was the time when Israel was taken captive by the Assyrians and the Babylons. And just as God had kept his words and kept his promise, he had restored his men, the Israelites and Judah, back to their land.
그렇게 회복되고 축복을 받아 누리는 이스라엘에게 주께서 말씀하십니다. 너희는 너희 하나님 여호와를 섬기겠고 내가 너희를 위하여 일으킬 왕 다윗을 섬기리라 이렇게 말씀하십니다.
After that, after God has saved these men, his people, he says that you will serve me and also David, the king that I will appoint.
그렇습니다. 이 땅에서 축복을 받은 이스라엘, 그들은 여호와 하나님을 섬기는 백성들이었습니다.
Israelites who were blessed and fortunate on this earth, they were the ones who served the Lord.
그러나 바벨론 포로기 이후에 다윗의 후손이 왕위에 오른 적이 없었습니다.
So after they have been taken out of captivity, David was not the king at that time.
이 말씀은 다윗의 자손으로 오신 예수 그리스도 죄와 사망의 권세 가운데 자기 백성들을 구원하러 오신 예수 그리스도를 구주로 믿고 섬기는 신약 성도들의 미래를 예언하신 말씀입니다.
When God says that you must serve the Lord and also serve David the king, that happened way later. It was a prophecy that Jesus he will come again as the king to save his men, his sinners, and that is what God was foreshadowing in the future for the New Testament, the people for new generation as well.
악인의 형통함과 안락함을 누리는 것, 의인은 고난과 환난 가운데 거하는 것에 대한 그 의문과 그 고민은 구약 성도들에 이어 신약 성도들에게도 공통된 의문과 고민입니다.
So not only in the New Old Testament, the people were curious and had questions why the wicked and the faithless people live with ease and they were able to prosper, but then how come the righteous men of God always had to suffer? So in the New Testament as well, people were curious.
믿음의 선진 세 사람이 이 고민과 이 의문에 대한 명쾌한 해답을 우리에게 주고 있습니다.
And through the three biblical figures that we're going to find out, they are the ones who has given us the answer to this question.
동방에서 가장 큰 자 욥, 순전하게 하나님을 섬기는 자 욥, 그는 사단의 시험을 받아 깊은 고난 가운데 거했던 자입니다.
Job was the greatest least. He was the one who was known for being obedient to the Lord, but one day there was something that he had to face where everything that he had was taken away.
그러나 끝까지 하나님을 놓지 아니하고 붙들고 하나님을 경외했던 욥. 그 욥은 결국 모년에 하나님으로부터 감당할 수 없는 축복을 받아 누리게 됩니다.
So at the hardest time he was at, Job did not let go of God, did not abandon God, and because of that, he was able to get more of the things that he once had than before.
무소불능하신 주께 욥은 죄와 티끌 가운데 회개 기도를 통하여 하나님의 은혜를 받게 됩니다.
And even though he had experienced and faced through this, he still was able to repent to the Lord and confess the sins that he had made.
너희의 말은 욥의 말보다 정당하지 못하다는 욥의 세 친구가 하나님께로부터 책망을 듣는 가운데도 욥은 자기를 비난하고 한편으로 자기를 핍박했던 세 친구를 위하여 복을 빌어주는 기도를 합니다.
Now Job, he had three friends, and their friends, at a time when he was in trouble, Job, he didn't hear good anything that was, comforting. But what he was hated on by the three friends, and they said something that was not kind to them. And God would condemn his three friends for saying such things like that. But later on, Job, he forgets these three friends. He doesn't hold a grudge on them, and he prays for these three friends that he has.
하나님께 대한 회개, 벗에 대한 사랑. 이 두 가지를 하나님께 드렸던 욥. 하나님께서는 그 욥의 곤경을 돌아보시고 모년에 축복하시어 처음의 복보다 갑절이나 더한 복을 내려 주십니다.
So what Job did was bright and pleasant in the eyes of the Lord was that first he repented to God, and second, he did not hold a grudge onto his three friends, even though they were not nice to him. He prayed for them at that, and because he had true love for his friends, and that is the kindness that Job had in him that God really loved, and was really able to compliment him with not just that, but he was blessed with more things, twice as much he had than before, even with children and also possessions as well.
아들 셋과 전국에서 그보다 더한 아리따운 여인들이 없을 정도로 아름다운 딸 7을 주십니다.
God gives Job 3 sons and 7 daughters that you cannot imagine how beautiful they were, because there was nowhere to be found than Job's 7 daughters.
거부가 될 수 있도록 하나님께서 욥을 돌아보시고 축복하신 하나님이십니다.
Now he sees what Job has done, and because of his right actions and right doings, he was able to bless Job.
아들과 4대 이르러 자손을 보게 하셨고 140년을 향수하다가 죽게로 돌아가게 했습니다.
He was able to see his grandchildren, and after that, the fourth generation, and after he rested in the presence of the Lord.
처음에 고난이 있었고 환난이 있었지만 끝까지 하나님을 경외하였고 끝까지 믿음으로 인내했던 욥은 결국 의인의 태평과 안락을 하나님께로부터 받아 누렸다는 것입니다.
In the beginning, it was really hard for Job because he had to go through all that, and everything was taken away. And that struggle, he was able to endure it, persevere, did not give up. And so at the end, he blesses Job even more things, as twice as much he had than before, and that is how he was able to prosper and live at ease.
시편 기자 아삽은 그가 하나님의 성소에 들어갈 때서야 악인들의 결국을 보게 됩니다.
The author of Psalm says that till the time that I have entered into the holy sanctuary, now I have found and realized the true final destiny of wicked men.
참으로 그들을 미끄러운 데 두시며 파멸에 던지시자 졸지에 황폐하게 되고 순간에 멸절되는 진멸을 당하는 그러한 저주를 받게 됩니다.
So what that means is that he realized what will happen to the evildoers at the end. God, he said that they will be placed in slippery places, and they will be completely destroyed and perished at that moment.
그렇습니다. 결코 악인들의 이 땅에서의 형통함은 마지막 때 하나님의 심판으로 말미암아 전멸을 당하게 된다는 것입니다.
So evildoers on this earth, they might seem as if they're going well, they have fortunes and they are prospering and living at ease, but one day at the end, as a result, it will all be taken away and it will all perish and be destroyed.
하박국 선지자는 하나님과의 대화에 있어 악인들의 정체를 알게 됩니다.
Now, Habakkuk, the prophet, after he had the conversation with God, he realized the true destiny of also the wicked men.
그들은 교만한 자들이요. 그들의 속에는 진실이 없고 거짓으로 가득 차 있다는 것을 알게 되고 깨닫게 됩니다.
What he realizes that wicked men, they're arrogant, they're full of themselves, and there's nothing that can be found in them that is truth and honesty, but false and deceit and lies.
그리고 오직 의인은 믿음으로 말미암아 산다는 교훈을 주께로부터 얻게 됩니다.
Through God, he was able to learn that righteous men only live by faith.
주께 대한 회개와 형제에 대한 사랑과 하나님의 성소를 사모하는 마음과 열정으로 의인은 오직 믿음으로 말미암아 살리라는 교훈의 말씀에 순종함으로 이 땅에서도 주님 나라 가서도 하나님이 주시는 의인들에게 내려주시는 영원한 복락, 태평과 안락을 받아들이시길 주의 이름으로 축원합니다.
So through this, what we want to learn is that just like Job, who repented to the Lord and he had love for his brothers, his friends, and also the one who had entered into the sanctuary of God daily, and also the one who had realized that righteous people live by faith. If we just follow this, if we just do this, we will no longer be curious of why these wicked men suffer and just have to prosper in this earth, and that in both worlds, in two worlds, on this earth as well, and also when we go back to God's presence in His kingdom, we will be able to live with ease.
사랑하는 지구촌 여러분, 여러분들의 현재 삶은 형통하십니까? 안락한 삶입니까?
So all of the ones on this earth, do you live with ease? Do you prosper?
주 밖에 있는 형통함과 안락함은 주님의 날에 심판으로 멸절될 것이라는 사실을 믿으시길 주의 이름으로 축원합니다.
All things that you might have gained and have in possession right now will be put to an end one day, and they will be all brought in judgment day and will be condemned.
우리 삶의 형통함과 안락함의 복은 그 소유권이 하나님께로부터 있다는 것을 믿으시길 주의 이름으로 축원합니다.
It's the only way that we can be truly blessed by God and prosper and live well on this earth and live with ease. It all comes from God, and He is the source to all the blessings.
하나님께로부터 오는 형통함과 안락한 삶을 받아들이기 위해서 지금 즉시로 그리스도의 몸된 교회로 다름질하시길 주의 이름으로 축원합니다.
To live well and prosper and live with ease, we all want to come to the house, the true sanctuary of the Lord.
기도하시겠습니다.